I am back. Did not go as well as I had hoped. I let it sit for a while, and no, unfortunately, basically I was not able to get enough sand, and I don't want to wait for 9,000 steel sand to sift. So I think I got about halfway there. I'm not entirely sure. Well, I think admin mode might still even be on because I was just letting it go. Yep. So if we look, I'm like not even halfway to a 256, but I should be able to do 264Ks, which is going to be a lot of storage. Should be definitely enough to get started here and start saving some space and making my life a little bit easier. So what we'll need is not a ton more sand, but we will need a little bit of sand. And then these are just going because I got nothing else to do with the sifters. We're going to also want to get some higher level power output things. So I suppose what I'm going to need to do is construct additional pylons. Let's throw the autopsy table way over here for now. And what we really need here, I don't actually think I really need the xeno extraction, and didn't I? Yeah, I did put one up there. So let's dump it. I'm not going to have extras anymore. That just gets to be a real pain. Yeah, so, yeah, I do not need that. And these are both matter assemblers, so I don't suppose I really need two. And a gene design station, I've already got up there. Extraction labs we'll keep all the batteries. We can get rid of the air traps. Not going to be super useful here. Clothing fabricator. We are out of space up there, so unless it fits. No. What else? We do have the armory. We've got some trays. So I really think that is all of the crafting benches. I do want to double check though, because some of these are not actually crafting benches, right? Like the Xeno lab is actually not really a crafting bench. And I want to be careful with that because I don't want to anything to sort of like be left behind, right? And this refinery, technically not a crafting bench. Upgrade table can stay down here, that's not a problem. Smith station can stay down here, that's also not a problem. Gene sequencer, fission furnace I think is fine. Cloning lab is also technically not crafting. And my only real concern is I want the crafting benches that show up on the lab directory to actually show up. Right, so I want to make sure that I've got these things nearby here. I don't actually think that matters. So now I should be able to see a little bit more. Extraction lab, Xeno lab, sifter, blast furnace. Okay, so I can see two more now that they are a little bit closer. And I'm out of power. I should have a little bit of coal left. But honestly, I don't know how much. Okay, 449. That's gonna be enough for us to get somewhere here. Should really. I have an idea. Okay, let's put the lab directory right here and see what shows up. Okay, so nothing else. That's good. That means that all of the lab directory crafting areas that I have access to, I've got up here. I know I also will need to slap down a centrifuge and maybe some other stuff. Oh, this biochem lab. We'll want to get that down here somewhere. Oh, nice. Actually fits there. So I think that is all of our crafting benches. Here is our centrifuge. Oh, got some leg there. And the centrifuge is just going to get slapped down again so that I can see it here, right? I now see things processed by the centrifuge. Onto the booster. And a lab centrifuge is technically different, right? So it should show both now. Yep, lab centrifuge and industrial. So, right, there might be some things that show up as a little bit different there. So that might be kind of worth keeping an eye on. In addition, I suppose what I should also do for the sake of completion is include all of the. Oh man, I've been like leaning forward reading stuff because I'm kind of I'm zoomed out a little bit more on the game than I'm really used to. Okay, so I'm hoping this gives me enough sand to make the 64K chip here. And it should be... oh, I don't have titanium. That's the problem. What can we make for this? We can make 38. Let's just do it. And see where that puts us. I think it's going to be like 150. 139. Okay, so I can do 2 64s, which isn't too bad. That means I need titanium, though. Gosh, I don't have a lot. Okay, now if we go here, we can put our 64K drives in here. Interesting, they actually use the correct number of bytes. So the 1K drive was actually 1024, not just 1000. So the 64K drive is actually 65,536, which is what, 2 to the 16th? I don't think that's right. 2 to the something. So what that will let me do, I also did do a little bit of testing, and it is really easy to lose your items here. So as long as you kind of wait for the input, it's fine. But like, yeah, if you were to just try to dump everything in, you can experience some issues. So I don't really think that's a big deal, especially because if you're just careful, it's fine. But I have read a lot of reports saying that people lose their items. The big way to lose your items is to like double click. And well, I guess it didn't happen to me, but I have heard some things where people lose their items on a double click. So it's worth being careful with. So yep, that's just about the 1K that we were already at. So I should be able to just dump everything in. I am going to try doing that a little faster. Okay, it seems to be all right. If we go with, yep, they all get dumped in. Okay. So probably not an issue. That's good. And what does that put us for storage then? 1,500. Okay. So I might actually be able to hold pretty much my entire item collection here. If not entirely, it should be very close. I wonder what happens when it gets too big to show. How are we doing for storage here? Okay, still under 4K, so that's really not too bad, right? That let me dump pretty much my entire inventory. So then what we will do is we will start clearing these out. I do need those researched, so they'll be in a little bit different spot, but, well, I can just do that. Take all. Oh, right, these are technically blocks. Well, what we can do then is, in the Transmatter Network, I can place my liquids and some of these other blocks that I will be holding on to indefinitely. And some of them I can just get rid of. Right? I don't care about that crap. I don't think I need just metal. Although I might use it on the ship. We'll see. Some of these are just in such small quantities that I don't really think it's necessary to have separate. The Urchius block I'll keep. Meteorite. All of the precursor blocks. I've also heard that there are some serious issues with it storing blocks, but we'll see. Timber. Wood platform. We'll keep all our platforms. Keep glass. I like that hex pane. That was useful. More glass. Yeah, a lot of this stuff is going to get dumped. Copper window looks kind of neat, but I don't know if it's really worth keeping. And then here we can. Interesting. Okay, so you can't... Wow, so you can't actually see everything. So that is potentially an issue. Although, I suppose if I were like, I need bars. Yeah. So like without that, without typing in bar, I can't see my titanium bars. I am kind of worried that what's going to happen is I'm going to have something get deleted, and then I'm just not even going to use this anymore. In which case, that's pretty feel bad. Now I wonder how it handles things above 9,999. I also wonder how it handles food. Do I have something that looks like it's about to go rotten? Okay, so I've got 1 milk in here, and we're gonna see if that spoils. Now, if I had to guess, I would say that it is spoil-proof while it is in there, but I could be very, very wrong. Alright, then we want to get the liquids in there. I guess that's most of them. Can't see anymore. And we've got all of that. There's a lot there, so we'll take what we can, which is not much. And let's see how we're doing for storage. Wow, okay. So 13K and the other one is not used at all. So that seems pretty good. We'll have to kind of keep that in mind as we go. Had about 13,000 when I started putting all my crafting materials in. And this might make things jump up simply because I have so much of some of this stuff. Nope, only 14K. Oh, that's pretty good. Gosh, it is a little unnerving that like nothing that's under 100 I can even see go in. So, like if I lose something, I won't even know until I really like try to take it out again. And that will feel bad. These are out of power. Let's fill those back up. All right. Great. That's awesome. I like this a lot. This is really, I think, a good system and a good solution So once this is all done, oh wow, still not enough room. Once this is all done, I will be investigating ITDs. So I'm kind of hoping we can, well, we will get this wrapped up pretty quick here, I think. I'm just basically dumping all of this stuff in here. I'm going slow because I'm just a little worried. Gotta say, this music is getting annoying, though. I might want to change the track. So, how about, was there one called Home? Change it. Yes, I did change it. Did change the music. I don't like this. This is what plays on the title screen. Doesn't sound like anything to me. Gotta say, the original Starbound music, even though it's not bad, it's very much background music. Okay, whatever. Here it is. This is what we're listening to. Alright, that's a pretty good amount of stuff. Okay, then if we take all that, yep, that covers all of our items. So in the vanilla game, the amount of storage all of those items would have required, even in small chests, would have probably taken up, you know, this entire area. Thanks to mods, all of even vets, well, thanks to my old mods, all of those items were converted down into 3 chests. But thanks to an additional mod, all of my storage is now in this one storage drive. And I'm going to be able to move that storage drive around, and all of the items will stay on it. And then I can plop it back down into a Transmatter Network, and I will have access to everything there. So I think my first order of business here is going to be mostly just figuring out how item networks are going to work. And so I'll have to do a little bit of crafting and a little bit of experimenting. And I'm going to try to do some really easy stuff to start. Okay, I did have some spoilage here. Gosh, that's one thing that does really annoy me, though, is that food goes bad. And, like, as a robot, I just have to eat a couple of robot things, and I'm fine. Honeycomb can go in there. Oil. I guess, like, regular blocks I'll keep. Alright, if I look up, not Bill, block. Yeah, whatever. This. Oh, right. I don't have any of the other materials I need for that. I suppose that means that. I mean, gosh, is there really any reason not to just dump all of my blocks in here? I still have not even filled up half of the storage. So let's dump all of my blocks in and just see where that puts us. All right, 25.3. 25.3. Oh, this will let us see how they handle stacks above 9,000. Okay. So they just add K. I actually really like that. That means that theoretically you could have one Transmatter network that contains every single item in the game. Because the stacks will stack. Although I suppose now the frustrating part is if I put anything in there that I don't really care about, like temple blocks. Right, like these sorts of things. I don't really care about some of them. Some of, I suppose, like the rest I'll keep. I actually really do like hull panels, so I always hold on to those because I use those a lot. They let you do the curve or the slope. I will be a little concerned if this causes a bunch of slowdown, which is possible, but maybe not likely. So what were we at? We were at 25,000. Okay, so dumping all of my blocks in addition to all of my crafting materials in there still is not using a single 64. So I think that's all right. Now what I want to do real quick is get those artifacts identified. And my microscope is up here, which is why I'm up here in the first place. We will harvest all of that stuff. I do that because there is a meat plant. And I always want to get the Pop-Tops fed. They tend to eat a lot of my stuff. Nothing wants the 2 alien fruits now. Okay, we'll leave them there just in case. Nothing has eaten the current corn, so that's fine. I was also like testing this as I guess it does say refrigerated storage, but I was testing that to see if that's gonna be kind of like a viable, you know, oh, I've got a stack of 12 potatoes and I can throw those in there. Alright, so now we will identify our relics. Should get a little bit of ancient essence out of these, I think. 2. Alright. There's those. And I honestly have no idea what you do with these. Like, do you just sell them? That seems like a kind of a big waste. So I've been holding on to them because I don't know. Have not done anything with bees in a while. Did get 2 new queens, but haven't even touched them. Just too much other work to do. Got a little tiny farm going. I should really do a little bit more if I really wanted to have that be a little bit more productive, which I think couldn't hurt. And then so it's just like you plop everything in there. And then can we search by artifact? No, only if it has artifact in the name. Now I wonder if things that don't stack will stack in the Transmatter terminal, like the transmutation matrix, because I don't think that these will actually stack. I could be wrong. Oh, I suppose also what I should probably do here, we're at 42.6. So let's dump all my collars in there and see where that takes us. We were at 42.6. Good. I was worried that those might take up a lot of space in terms of storage, but if they don't, that is a good sign. What else? There does appear to be a little bit of stuttering while you're actually in the Transmatter terminal. I don't really think that's an issue, but it exists. Yeah, do I want to use it for stuff like this? Like furniture? I don't think I do. I think I actually still want, if I can find where it stacked my, right here, yeah. I think I actually want one of these still. Neat items. How about yellow? Smashing keeps items, yes. Okay, so neat items are going to be, you know, like the legendaries that I just don't ever use. Like the 3 Force Gauntlets that I have. I've got a lot of hyper-targeting chips. I could sell a lot of those and make some scratch. Although I don't suppose there's really any reason to. I don't need the money right now. I think everything else like this is squared away over here. Is it in here? It might actually be up on the ship. Let's double check that. Man, I can't believe I'm 30 minutes into this stream and I really have not, like, accomplished anything. I like having the storage up here, just so that when I'm in between planets, what I usually do is I just dump my entire inventory out. Oh, I know where the items are. They're up in the farm, actually, because I just didn't really have a good place to put them, so that's where I put them for the time being. It does seem like this stuff grows really quickly, which is good. Yep. So let's just take all here. And then it's pretty easy to just remove these additional drones. I am going to hold on to stacks of 1,000, and then eventually just use those to turn in at the science outpost. You can sell them for pretty good money. So, neat items. What do we got for neat items? We got a lot of weapons. And then we are going to hold on to full equipment sets. I know you can use mannequins for this, but I'm not going to do that. 3 of these force gauntlets I can probably get rid of. I don't need to carry that many of them. Yeah. Even though they're not rare, that's not a unique weapon. Or even though they're not legendary, there are some of these weapons that are technically still billed as unique. And all the EPP augments I always keep. I think that covers it. So then we've got a bunch of stuff we need to go get rid of. This is an EPP augment. Okay. Mercy. That is also a unique weapon. Even though it does not appear to be, right? It's got a green outline, but the actual item outline is purple. So it's definitely a unique weapon. Just is not listed as, or just does not have the outside reflecting that, which is weird. That makes me want to kind of double check everything just to make sure I'm not missing out on anything else here. The Beret Void Flasher. Okay, cool. So we'll take this stuff out. I believe I am out of wood. I did get some coal there. I'll double check. Wood. I don't think you can burn alien wood. I really don't. Yeah. Otherwise, there is coal, which I do not have a lot of. Okay, so we'll just leave it. Add all this stuff back in. Cool. Let's do seeds up here. Seems to be like a good place for seeds. Right, I can just do this. I don't need them in my inventory. Especially because it will give me a better idea of the actual seeds that I'm collecting as I go through stuff, as I go through and explore different planets. Right? That's one thing that's been pretty annoying to me, is like I have no idea like what I'm getting if I'm actually finding anything interesting, because like, you know, when I already have 40 bracken tree seeds, if I get 7 more bracken tree seeds on a planet, I don't really even notice that. Whereas if my inventory is effectively empty, whenever I find stuff, I will notice it more. I'll see it, and that'll be feel more like a little progression. So what we do here is we get some meat back in there. And those are immediately gone. We'll eat that. Will they eat honeycomb? No. And they will not eat the cooked lobster either, but they'll eat raw lobster. Which is interesting. Will anything eat a potato? They will eat a potato. Okay, so how many potatoes can we get rid of here? A bunch. Got rid of a bunch of potatoes. Oh, those might have even been the cows, actually. We're out of cattle feed. I'm going to have to buy some feed then. This is easy to do, however. I know a pretty easy place to do that. You just go to the... we're going to sell some of these food items. Eating this would be a gamble. I'm going to do it. I did it. Get rid of anything that... or not get rid of, but move anything that can spoil. A little bit of urgeous there. Okay. Another thing I want to do is I want to check my mysterious book. Yeah, I maxed out my level. Added bonus damage with long swords. Okay. Well, that's good. The Aegis is a broadsword that can be used as a shield. Perfect blocking triggers the knight's class ability. Yeah. Perfect blocking with the vital Aegis restores health. Okay, so there's a version of it you can upgrade to restore health. Attack animations by Ribs. Check out Project Legend. Okay, so that's just a plug for the guy that made it. What we want to do... okay, I don't have any mastery. But I have 13k experience. So if we refine, I now have 1 mastery. I also have my 3 quests here. I have a whole bunch of skills. The skills I did not find particularly interesting. But a lot of the other things are pretty pretty compelling. I did not pick a specialization, correct? Yeah. I also have a bunch of stat points. I kind of want some vigor, because that energy is pretty low. We'll do that, I suppose. Make myself a little bit faster. We will leave the items in the sifter. We can leave the extraction labs. Yeah, I'm going to need some more powered stuff. So let's look at what I have available. And I don't even remember where we make. The actual, here we go. I think we make it here. Yeah, I could do a fission reactor. Higher power will be highly radioactive. That makes sense. Advanced alloy nuclear core and uranium rods. 4 watts to 80 watts, man. I believe that the solar towers will function. Oh, you know what I was going to do? I was going to investigate item transference stuff. So what we would want to be doing, I would need a bunch of items on me. Detects item drops within 8 tiles. So then what does it do with those item drops? Moves items between containers. Detects item drops within 8 tiles. Okay. So let's start with something pretty easy. What I'm going to try to do is make an item transference device that is going to pick up and harvest all of the plants and the animal drops. So that will be my first little test, and I think that's a pretty easy one. At least it should be a pretty easy one. Not a lot to that. Nothing wants milk. It's fine. Nothing wants the bolt bulbs either. I can eat those. That's not ready yet. Okay. So the only thing that's going to be annoying is that the station to build all of this stuff is down here. And my item network is up here. So let's do this the easy way. And go like this. So what am I going to need? I am going to need a grabber. I'm going to need a number of grabbers. Probably need 1, 2, let's say like 8 grabbers. Man, I really want to cheat to do this because I'm just testing it. Like, I don't want to make a bunch of stuff and then figure out I'm using things wrong. Silicon board, electromagnet, laser diode, tungsten. Oh, and laser diode. Cool. So I just made 8 grabbers when I could have just... Well, okay. That is frustrating because teleporter cores are not easy to come by. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump these 8 grabbers. Oh, we starbounding up in here? I am. I'm playing with Frackin Universe. And just kind of exploring stuff. I have never done anything with item networks, and I am basically giving myself a tutorial on it in the hopes that maybe sometime this weekend I can generate a tutorial on how this stuff works, because I know it's pretty opaque, it's pretty esoteric. So I hate to cheat, I really do, but this is frustrating, so I can upgrade my grabbers. And the way I'm going to do that is be a big cheater and admin mode 8 grabber V2s. Okay, but that unlocks grabber V3. Oh, but luckily... Oh, wait. Grabber V2 does require grabber V1. Wow, so I just pitched those for nothing and cheated for nothing. Okay, well, I'm an idiot. Now that I have the grabber V2s, though, I can grab a bunch of Durasteel and do some grabber V3s. So grabber V3, I should really only need 2 of them. Is the UI scalable? Sorry, I've got 2 screens, and so I'm not really looking at both. UI is a little bit scalable, right? You've got the zoom. Right, the zoom itself is scalable, like that's scalable, and I believe changing the resolution will also modify your, will also scale your UI, but as far as I know, like, your inventory is this big. There are probably mods you can get that are going to rescale the user interface, but you can't just, you can't just make this bigger. There's no just making this larger, which, yeah, it can be kind of annoying. So I'm just gonna make 2 of these, and we're also gonna want to. Okay, so grabber is going to grab stuff. I'm also going to need something that will. Okay, so the item sensor just detects them. What do you do with that? I need iron bar and glass. So then I believe that this is kind of the core of everything. It's going to allow you to move items between containers. Repeater. Spout. Pours liquids. Storage brick. Marks containers for use by an item network. Okay, so I will need a storage bridge, I think. And what does storage bridge V2 do? Well, let's make a storage bridge V2. I don't know, I'm assuming it's just better. Terminal provides access to the contents of connected storage containers. Is this just gonna do what I think it does? Also, did I not just make an ITD? Oh, I did not. items for processing. I just don't know what that means. And that's kind of irritating. Okay, I can get some sensors. Power relay. Pressurizes liquids. Okay, so I think, actually, I think I might have everything that I need here. So it looks like the way we start is... I really shouldn't be starting with this. I should have left them so that I can have the item network pick up their products. But we do want to figure out if I can get this to work. So the grabber... that's actually lower than I want, though. I don't want it to be that far down. The grabber, I'd like it to be more like... Well, let's see. So 12 tiles is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I kind of need it to be like right in the middle here, which is not really ideal. What if it's here? We can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That actually should be okay then. So as long as I can get it down here, which don't have any blocks with me to actually do this. And so I don't really care what the block is. Let's stick with that reinforced tech look. I kind of like how that looks. And the way we're going to do this is I'm just going to do one background line all the way across here. And so then that gives us the space here. Also, I need to count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I might need another grabber. Right, because the grabber here is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then this one will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I'll need to grab another one. So we'll just plop this one down about there. Should be right in the middle. And then I will need one more grabber V3. And what this will mean, okay, so then from here we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like that. And that should... let's go ahead and double check. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're definitely good there. That is... I wanted to make sure that there was a little bit of overlap here. So then, this storage bridge we'll place right there. Input is the item network. Output is the item network. Lower output... Okay, so lower output is just your item network, and the upper outputs are partial complete fill, which I don't really know what that means. output item network. Lower output is your item network. Okay, so how do you do this? Move items between containers. Oh, okay. So if we plop that sucker down right there, oh well. Okay, storage bridge, you can go right here, that's fine. We are at an hour. I will kind of keep going for a little bit. Okay, so this is basically StarTech. So how can we get an item network? Actually, I wonder if what we do. Yeah. Input is the power switch, output is the item network. Okay, so we want to take that red, and can we go straight to blue like that? And then do we need to like turn these on or something? Okay, yep. So they are picking stuff up, right? They are grabbing the stuff that falls. The other thing we'll need to do then is find something that's going to actually harvest. And I think there is one. Yes, a harvester beam gun should work. And we need a harvester turret, which, frankly, I have no idea where you make those. Well, let's make these. I have no idea what they're actually for. So now I wonder if I have those connected here. So now if I click on this, okay, so even though these are connected, I can't actually do anything with them. I don't understand what any of this means. I'll have to putz around with this a lot in order to get a feel for how this actually works. And I know that I could just look it up online, but again, it's like, I kind of want to figure it out. So grabbers literally just grab items from the world. So I think that's going to mean I'm going to want some well, we'll have to look around at my crafting stations for the different things that I can actually make here. Harvester beam gun makes from a harvester turret, and then I need a defense turret. And I don't know where the heck to make a defense turret either. Kind of annoying. So it really looks like these are about the only things involved in item networks, which really surprises me. I would think there would be a lot more. That there would be a lot more things involved. So let's take a quick look then through everything I've got, just to kind of check if we're kind of missing anything. Because again, I have not ever looked at item network stuff. And I just want to make sure that, you know, anything I'm missing, I'm not overlooking, right? That it's really from something else. That's the upgrade table. Yeah, that's the upgrade table. We can do bug harvester turrets. That would probably be a good place to start. Yeah, I think we'll need some gold and some copper. So we'll make some harvester turrets. Here we go. The Farm Beast Harvester. Takes a molten core though, man. Left click. And I need a harvester beam gun. Okay, so that's a lot. Volatile powder, titanium, protosite, gold, copper. I'm not going to remember all that. Okay, there's copper, gold, protosite. I don't even remember what else. Core. I do not have any molten cores. I'll have to figure out what we need to actually make those. I do need copper wire, I remember that. Yeah, we're going to have to figure out what molten core needs. I think that's here. Molten core. Okay, that's not too bad. I can do that. Lava, liquid iron, zircesium. That is doable based on the things that I have. So, bug harvester turret, we're going to do maybe 4 of those. That should be enough. We'll do a 5th for good measure. And then, yeah, we forgot the volatile powder and the titanium. Great. Volatile powder, titanium. Well, I'm probably out of titanium is really the issue. So I'll have to make some titanium. Cesium. Liquid iron and lava. this is not all of the stuff I needed, but it is most. And it is not enough for the molten core. I need frickin' core fragments. Ugh. Don't ever get old, guys. That is not it. Volatile powder is basically powdered core fragments, so that's kind of why I had forgotten. Okay, so I can make exactly one because I have one electromagnet. Cool. So let's make some more electromagnets. How about that? Let's make a frickin' 100 electromagnets. Woof. It's hot. I can make 11. I'm gonna make 6. I don't know if there's really anything relevant here in terms of stuff for ITDs. Morphite manipulator. A vastly superior upgrade as well. And this is the armory. Okay. That's food. This is crafting benches. No, what are we missing? Okay, yeah, I need titanium, which we're gonna get here. And really, I guess I would like to not go overboard here because using the blast furnace is a way better way of using titanium. That's plenty, though. Okay, so we did 5 there. Oh man, I can upgrade. Well, let's not yet. Okay, we get 2 of those. Okay, so those don't upgrade. Well, I'll upgrade 1. And then I can make a beam gun 3. So the thing I care about is whether or not it's going to allow me to make the harvester turret level 2. So I still need this dang defense turret. Where do you get a freaking defense turret? That's annoying. Oh. Come on. It's a shard field. I almost thought it would have been in here because there are some defense things there. Gosh, I have no idea. Well, internet, save me. Frackin universe. Defense turret. Defense turret. Of course. It is at the wiring station, which I have not created. I need a stick of RAM and battery. Oh. So we'll get that out of here real quick. I hope I have batteries. I do not. I'm gonna have to make a battery, which you do at the forge. Good, I have all the stuff for it. This might give us a lot of stuff for the ITD, actually, too. For making item networks. I don't know, but I kind of have a feeling. Alright. Slick. So, yup. This is just a bunch of things. And okay. And as soon as it becomes active, it sends a 5-second long signal pulse when it becomes active. An alarm, a flame emitter, a poison emitter, a water emitter. None of... Okay, yeah, so here's the defense turret. We need proximity scanners and AA batteries. Oh my gosh. And where do we get proximity scanners? Okay, right here. Then I have to go back and get my freaking AA batteries. Boy, this is a hassle. Wish I would have just grabbed those in the first place when I grabbed the regular batteries, but I'm not smart. Defense turret. So let's just craft 5. And then... Da-da-da! Wait, it's not at this one anyways. Let's make another harvester beam gun just in case. I did make a level 2 beam gun. What do I have to eat? Not a lot. Let's do that. Drink some milk. Alright. For harvesting plants, but doesn't pick them up. Okay. So then I do want to upgrade my other beam gun to a harvester turret V3, and I don't even know what the difference is. I have no idea. I'm gonna assume a longer range, but I don't know. So we want, yep, harvester beam gun 2. We're gonna upgrade both. This video is getting long. This is definitely one of my longer videos. So we take our harvester turrets, we upgrade those. And then, I believe we should be... okay, so turret for harvesting plants automatically. So I suppose what I need to do here then is close up these gaps. I don't care that that looks ugly. Yeah, I was going to say they should go like this. Right. So one there. Come on. Come on. Okay, good. So the grabbers are grabbing them. Looks like the... oh, I see the issue. Oh, man, that's annoying. What? Oh, the grabber grabbed it too. Okay. I was like, don't tell me. Yeah, so this is frustrating. This means that there's not enough room between the tops of these plants and the roof. So what I need to do is I'm going to need to basically shift everything up a couple of tiles. Not like a super big deal, but definitely a frustration. And I am going to end the video. I'm going to get that situated, and probably, I don't know, I might stream again later today, do another hour of putzing around with this stuff. But that is probably going to be it for a little while once I get this squared away. So thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you later.